taking your time. That's one thing. Don't be racing it. Aquaplaning across flooded roads isn't the thing to be doing. Neither is climbing into the mountainous areas or driving in those areas and finding yourself stuck there.
It's expected to be a busy day on the roads with people returning home after Christmas. And drivers have been warned to take care because Storm Gerrit has arrived. Yellow warnings for wind are in place across the southern coast of England, northwest England and Wales, and also much of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Let's catch up with Jim Dale from the British Weather Service. Morning, Jim.
Good morning, James.
How serious is Storm Gerrit?
It's always difficult to put a number or a figure on these sort of things. It's serious enough. It doesn't get a name for no good reason. The Met Office, in this case, named this one rather than the Danish Met Office or the Irish Met Office. This one's a UK storm. Look, at the moment, we're looking at fairly heavy snow over the Highlands, the Grampians, a little bit over the Cleveland Hills. So it's mainly the high ground above about 600 feet. Everywhere else, mostly, it's rain and some wind attached to it. That wind is starting to increase in western areas, particularly western coast, also eastern coast, believe it or not, and southern coast to come. There's an area that probably wonder what we're talking about. That's southeast England, particularly south and southeast England, not in the melee too much at this moment in time. But look, it's soggy on the ground. It's wet in certain areas. Some localized flooding bound to come from the rain. The snow speaks for itself on the high ground, especially say crossing the A9 going north. It is what it is. Storm Gerrit, the seventh named storm of the season so far, and maybe another one to come before we get to the end of the year.
Yeah, so what would be your advice, Jim, to people driving today? There will be a lot of people using the roads, travelling back home after Christmas or off to work or what have you. What should we be doing?
Well, certainly taking your time. That's one thing. Don't be racing it. Aquaplaning across flooded roads isn't the thing to be doing. Neither is climbing into the mountainous areas or driving in those areas and finding yourself stuck there. If you are going into Scotland, especially over the high ground, then take precautions, as in you've got clothing, food, drink, all that kind of things in the back of your car, because you need to be prepared just in case you get stuck. So it's the usual things, and I may have said this to you, James, several times this year. So past, that these storms, not necessarily all weather climate induced, but certainly, it's got severe weather attached to them. That's the reason why they're actually named. They all need to be taken seriously. The warnings are there for very good reason. Shouldn't be ignored. The scientists know what they're doing.
Jim, always appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Jim Dale there from the British Weather Service.